Hello. Today we are talking about, do you think you're saving on groceries? But you're really not?
Dun, 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 dun.
Do you think we're saving on groceries?
I trust you, and that's all I know.
Aw, thanks. All right, 10 tips to prove you're not saving on groceries like you think you are. I have to say I'm a little surprised because a lot of people don't do these things. Number 1, not buying food on clearance. So those little yellow stickers at Walmart and Kroger and all those places, those are the clearance foods. And no, they're not spoiled. They are not spoiled. If you're not shopping the clearance, you are not saving all that you can save. A lot of those stickers are for the best by date or the sell by date. It doesn't mean that the food is bad. So if it's milk, you've still got 1 to 2 weeks past that date. If it's if it is meat, you have about 3 or 4 days after that date to get it in the freezer or to get it eaten up. And honestly, guys, I don't know how much money I save buying clearance, but it's a lot. It's a lot. I have gotten boneless, skinless chicken breasts for 99 cents a pound, $1.26 a pound. Just recently, I got pork roast for 99 cents a pound. I find cereals on clearance. All of your baked goods, your canned goods that are on clearance, almost all of those are good. Now, I will tell you, I have been doing this for more than 30 years. And just yesterday was the first time ever in 30 years that I got a clearance food that was actually spoiled.
Well, but we'd probably had it in the stockpile room for a long time too, right? It was clearance and stockpile.
Yeah, I'd had it for at least 8 years. And I opened up green beans because I made Thanksgiving dinner from start to finish for my other channel, Super Easy Recipes. And which, by the way, is going viral.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
So
we're slap happy today.
Why?
Just been doing a lot of stuff.
That was the wrong answer.
It's our anniversary.
Holy cow!
That's not why I'm slap happy.
Oh.
I'm just happy.
Oh, you're just happy?
Slap happy is a different thing.
So we have a special deal on our cookbooks to celebrate my other channel hitting 100,000 subscribers. But anyway, I made Thanksgiving dinner start to finish. And I opened the can of green beans that I got for 50 cents 8 years ago. And I had them in my stockpile room and I just kept forgetting to use them.
That was an adventure.
That was the first time I've ever bought anything in 31 years of doing this. Probably longer than that, actually. That something was bad.
Wow.
So, yeah. All right, guys, this video is brought to you by our Dining on a Dime cookbooks. And I know it's not this channel, but my other channel, Super Easy Recipes, has reached 100,000 subscribers.
Woohoo!
So we have a special deal to celebrate. Volume 1 and Volume 2. If you get both of them together, it's 50% off our books.
Or you can also get a 3-book set.
Or if you want, you can add our gluten-free, dairy-free edition in there, a 3-book set for 50% off. Otherwise, they are 40% off. Save money. Cook recipes your family will love. Get you in and out of the kitchen quick. They are on sale right now at livingonadime.com. Number 2.
It is our 31st anniversary, by the way. So, believe it or not, you might wonder how Tara can be 31 years old and also have it be her 31st anniversary.
Oh, that was smooth.
Yeah,
that was smooth. I see what you did there.
Yeah, it'll suck up.
Number 2, bulk isn't always cheaper. People think buying the bulk foods, buying 25 pounds of this, or buying the great big jar of peanut butter, if you're not going to use it all, in a reasonable amount of time, don't buy the great big containers. Buy smaller containers on sale. And that's actually what I do for the majority of things. Is I buy the smaller containers, but I just wait for them to go on sale so that if the bulk is cheaper, I don't have to buy 5 pounds of peanut butter. I can get the little 1 pound jars and leave it at that. Make sure you're going to eat it all. Make sure it's just not going to sit on the shelf, not getting used. Make sure you can handle storing it. Do you have the storage space? It's not cheaper if you don't have anywhere to store it. It's not cheaper if you're going to have to repackage all of this stuff and it costs you a lot of money in freezer bags or zip top bags or all of those. It's not going to do you any good. You're not going to save any money if you have to go through all of that to prepare your food for storage. The next thing is your sale ads are not always cheaper. So a perfect example of this is buy one, get one free. That's not actually a really good deal. The buy one, get one free is $5.59 a pound. But these petite sirloins go on sale for $4.49 a pound all the time. So just because it's buy one, get one free doesn't mean that it's cheaper. Just because it's on sale doesn't mean it's cheaper. $3.47 for bacon, except that I got bacon for $3 a pound the other day. $2.27 for milk, except that milk was $1.27 for a half gallon, which makes it $2.60 instead for a gallon. So it's still cheaper. So make sure your ads are actually cheaper. They may not be. The next one is stocking up isn't cheaper if you're not going to use it. Just because it's on sale or people say you need to stock up, don't stock up if you're not going to use it.
Yeah.
Use some common sense here. I don't stock, well, I shouldn't say I don't stock anything because I'm sure there's something that I stock for my stockpile that I've had. What would that be? I'm trying to go through my brain and, well, beans. We don't really eat a lot of beans anymore. We used to eat more beans than we do now. So I do have some beans in my stockpile that we don't eat so much anymore. We used to eat more than we do now. But can you think of anything in the stockpile room that we just don't eat that I just bought because it was cheap?
No.
Oh, Rice Krispies. I got Rice Krispies for 40 cents a box after Halloween because I thought my family liked Rice Krispies, and apparently they don't. So that was something that I got. Now, I only wasted like, I don't know, $3 because I only got like 6 boxes. But don't stock up. It's not going to be cheaper if you don't use it. Stocking up on the wrong items, like peanut butter and oils, they don't last a long time. Peanut butter will go rancid, oil will go rancid, flour will go rancid. Anything that has an oil in it, brown rice, all of those will go rancid if you don't use it quick enough. So that goes back to the other one. If you don't use it, don't stock up. I had some oil going bad because I stocked up and I thought I was going to use it and I thought I got the right amount and I didn't. I don't know why we didn't end up using it, but we didn't for whatever reason. So I ended up making soap out of it, which is fine. I mean, that didn't hurt anything. And I'm a soap maker, so that was, that was a good use and it didn't go to waste. So now we have 400 pounds of soap till we die.
I've been using it for
Yeah.
all these years.
Yeah. I have all of my kids use my soap. They love all my soap. So even though I have a ton of soap, we do use it. Overbuying on fresh produce. A lot of people overbuy on fresh produce. And then it just sits in the refrigerator. I got some celery in there. I love celery, but I keep forgetting it's in the refrigerator and it just got wilted and it's dead. So I'll put it in some soup or something like that to revive it. But People overbuy on fresh produce all the time, and it just goes bad when their family doesn't eat it. Okay, next one is not looking at the unit price. I always look at the unit price. So where it says, on the tag, it'll say $7.99, 32 cents per ounce for the small one. And they'll say $18.99, 29 cents per ounce for the bigger one, or vice versa. I always look at the ounces because that goes back to the second tip. Buying in bulk isn't necessarily cheaper. You need to look at the price per ounce to see if it's actually cheaper, because it might not be. Oh, this is a big one. And thankfully, my husband only does this on one thing, I think. Maybe two, but.
Well, your husband? Uh-oh.
Yes. Refusing to try the store brand. But you didn't refuse to try it, but he won't eat the store brand Hershey's. He doesn't like the store brand Hershey's. But other than that, you eat store brand for almost everything.
Yes. Well, also, we don't
likes
eat
the
chocolate
Hershey's
syrup that much anymore because it takes about a quarter of an ounce for it
to pack on 5 pounds.
Yeah. So although at one time, I think, didn't Aldi have one that
Aldi
was just as good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aldi's was just as good.
But we don't have Aldi, so.
No. But a lot of people just flat out refuse to try the store brand. It's absolutely ridiculous. Why wouldn't you just try it? First of all, the majority of the store brands are made by the name brand companies. They just put a different label on it. So like Del Monte will make Walmart or Kroger or whoever's canned corn, but just put their label on it. And so I would for sure test and see if you're going to even like the store brand first, because you might actually like it. You might be really surprised. But that's one way that people just don't save money. If you guys have comments or questions, put them in the description or in the comment section, and Mike will get them to me. The next thing is shopping at one store. Shopping at one store. I always go to the store for the ads for all of my produce and my meat and my dairy, for sure. And bacon. Produce, meat, dairy, and bacon, and cereal. Produce, meat, dairy, bacon, and cereal. Everything else, I just buy at Walmart or for a case lot sale from my other local grocery store. What?
Oh, I was checking because people say that the sink looks like it's out. So I clicked away from the initial ad, and then it gave me an ad 2 seconds later.
Sorry, guys. That's a YouTube thing. Sorry about that. So not shopping at one store, you're not getting the best deal. And actually do the calculations. So like one time, this is just an easy calculation because it's $1. But one time I got ground beef for 99 cents a pound. And it was like $3.59 a pound. So I saved $2.50 a pound. So I drove 20 minutes out of my way, each way. It was about 10 miles. I used about $3 worth of gas, maybe $2 worth of gas probably. And maybe a little over an hour of my time driving there, driving back, getting the ground beef and checking out. But I got, how much was it? It was like 30 pounds of ground beef. So 250 times 30, how much was that? I can't remember. So I saved $75 for an hour's worth of work and $2 in gas. Yeah, that's worth it. Stop saying you don't have the time to do these things for $75 an hour, yeah, that's great. And that goes to my next one. Stop saying you don't have the time trap. You have the time. You're just preferring to use it for something else. So you'd rather have a higher grocery bill than take an extra 1 or 2 hours a week to go to a couple of different stores and shop and cook at home, because that's all it takes. As a matter of fact, it probably takes less time than that because the drive-thrus are so full. It's ridiculous. The driveways always have lines. They always have lines. It's line after line after line. And one time I went by Taco Bell, and there was a particular car that had something on it that made me recognize it. And I realized my car was at the back of the line, and it was still 4 car lengths away from getting up to the window 45 minutes later. That's crazy. So stop saying you don't have the time to shop at one store. Stop saying you don't have the time, so you buy pre-cut vegetables, prepackaged chips to save time, all of those things. If you don't have the time to throw some potato chips into a baggie for your kids' lunches, or you don't have the time to literally take 5 minutes to cut up some vegetables, you need to rethink your time. There's something wrong with your time management, that you're not managing your time. So I would stop and think, wait a minute, am I actually saving money in some of the things that I do? Because most of the time, most people are not. The ultra frugal people on here, I'm sure you are, but a lot of people aren't actually saving time. All right, did we get the sink problem taken care of?
Nope.
So I just look weird?
It's off, but there's nothing I can do to fix it. So
Okay.
I was curious to see if everyone is having the problem or just some people. So I posted it in the comments.
And what did they say?
I just posted it in the comments 1 second ago.
All right. Well, we're getting that straightened out. Dining on a Dime cookbooks, guys, are up to 50% off if you get our 1 or 2 book sets, or our 3 book sets right here. This one is our gluten-free, dairy-free edition. I'm gluten-free, dairy-free. This is my volume 1, and this is my volume 2. Easy recipes to get you in and out of the kitchen quick. Your family will love. Full color, guys. Full color. I mean, look at that desserts page. Doesn't that just look delicious? Does that look delicious, or does that look delicious?
So in answer to your question, it seems like some people are having the problem and others are not. So this might be like last week when we had a YouTube problem where some people didn't see the show and others did.
And then on some pages, you can see we even have the recipe card. This is my grandma's pecan pie, the recipe card for it. All right, we are going to take your comments and questions. Do we want to keep going then, since the sink is off?
I mean, people seem okay with staying if that was.
Do you guys want us to keep staying, or?
Because a lot of people, I mean, about half of them say the sink is good for them. So.
All right. Okay. Can you send me comments and questions?
Yes.
Vanessa says, they say, somebody or another says, they say should be safe to eat, but may not be as potent. I use my expired spices all the time. Yeah, expired spices are a really good example of that. They are perfectly safe to eat, but your black pepper may not be as peppery as before, and you may have to use a little bit more. Peanut butter, you will know when peanut butter is not good. An oil, it has a bad smell.
And when peanut butter has a bad smell, I assume it's probably not safe either, right?
I don't know. I would assume it's safe, but I don't know. Actually, that's a good question. That is a good question. Water Bucket is listening while she's preserving spaghetti squash. Oh, my lips match my drink today. JT says I have spices that are so old, not throwing them away until it's unbearable. Well, if a food starts tasting funny, I definitely throw it away. Like yesterday, we went to open the can of green beans for the green bean casserole for our Thanksgiving special, and they were brown.
What?
I was like, ooh, this is not right. And then we discovered all the cans were dented. So I think that they probably were bad. Colorful Seasoning says, my son is super allergic to all dairy. Your recipes and inputs are so, I think she means priceless. Thank you. Yeah, if you are gluten or dairy-free, like I am, Dining on a Dime Cookbook, gluten-free, dairy-free edition right there. All the recipes are tested and taste great. So today is our 31st anniversary. This time, 31 years ago,
Whoa, that's getting to be a big number.
I was standing outside the church, wondering, do I go through with this or do I not?
You were? I thought you weren't wondering anything.
Actually, I was pretty numb. I do not remember my wedding, really. Is that awful of me to say that I
Yep.
don't remember my wedding? How do I know I actually got married to you? How do I know you didn't kidnap me and this whole time it's been a ruse?
I don't know. It's all a figment of your imagination. In real life, it would never be this good. Actually, it's funny because I remember standing up there thinking, oh, I'm kind of nervous. I wonder when she's going to come in. Then when she came in, she was like, well, she had a nice smile, but it was like, and she just didn't move, or it was almost like she came to life a little bit when she got up to the front.
Show them what you look like when
And
you got married.
Then she saw, oh, you should have had the picture handy.
Do you got it
Where?
on your computer?
Maybe. Do I need to send it to
Mike
you?
looks. Oh, can you not put it on?
I suppose we could try it. Let's see.
Where? There. Oh, there. That's a good one.
That one is a very nice one.
There. That's funny.
So I never do that. How do you do that? Let's see. Go to
share
and present
the
invite.
plus. Yep. So here's what Mike. I haven't changed
How
it
do you
all.
share just the one window?
Just share screen, and then share screen. And then it goes to the window. Click window.
Window. Ah, there we go.
I haven't changed it all.
Voila. No, you haven't changed it all. You're still just as gorgeous as you were.
Oh,
and
look at that mustache.
Yep. There we are. See, wasn't she adorable? She's still adorable.
Oh.
After all these years, you're still adorable.
What do you want? What did you do now?
Wow.
I've been married 31 years. I know.
So anyway,
yes. Well, happy anniversary, my love.
Yes.
All right. Let's see if I got the comments and questions. So you guys may be wondering, why are you doing a live show instead of celebrating your anniversary? Well, this has been a really long week for us. I have to get my Thanksgiving video out, and Mike had like 25 meetings this week. I don't know how we ended up in. And we had
just a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah. Yeah. We had a lot happening. So anyway, Bernadine, yay, I made it. I missed you guys last time. Welcome. Glad you made it. And Cruiser 122 South Dakota says, I'm so excited to learn more from you guys. Thank you. Froze family, hello in Japan. Good morning to you too. And James, we went for a drive along the Blue Ridge Parkway last Saturday, and the leaves are bootyful. Ooh, I would like to go down there and see. We have tried 3 times to get the leaves changing down south, and we have missed it every time.
Yes.
Um,
Well, and we did get to see them last year when we went to Vermont, where
Yeah.
we were supposed to see them. They were already pretty much gone. But then, no, or maybe they hadn't come yet. They told us to go to the Northern Kingdom,
yeah.
right? And we did, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, and it was really pretty. Karen says I made enchiladas tonight with the recipe from volume 2 with her own twist. What's your own twist? Let me know what your own twist is. Volume 2 right here. So volume 1 is the red one, volume 2 is the blue one. They are separate cookbooks, but you can use them together. It's just that volume 2 has all the recipes we couldn't fit in volume 1 because volume 1 is 600 pages, volume 2 is over 400 pages. And gluten-free is over 400 pages. And they are up to 50% off right now at livingonadime.com if you buy the sets, and 40% off if you get the singles. To celebrate 100,000 subscribers on my other channel, Super Easy Recipes.
Woohoo.
So my other channel is going absolutely crazy. And we are just rocking it over there. I am just rocking it over there.
Here, I'll share the link here.
Mike is rocking it behind the scenes.
In meetings.
In meetings. Vicky says I only buy ground beef when it's on clearance because it's the only time when it's actually a decent price. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Amanda, I see things on clearance that's still good for longer than 6 months. It's crazy just because they're stopped carrying that product or the packaging change. Yeah, that happens all the time. That happens all the time to me.
What happens?
They just change the package, but it's still good food.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Actually, it's funny because we were looking at something for a thumbnail in the video, and we looked at Walmart, searched the item, and there were 3 completely different packages for the exact same product. And I think they just change it pretty frequently. But a lot of things like boxed things or canned things will last a really long time. So you could have labels that are no longer relevant. And man, what's with the new labels at Walmart?
They're digital, so they can change them on the computer.
The Great Value brand ones, it looks like somebody didn't finish drawing the labels.
Oh, I thought you meant the little thing on the...
No, I mean the ones that are like super flat looking and it's just the word with the super plain text, and it just, they took their nicer looking ones and made them less nice looking.
I don't know.
Not that it really matters, but I'm just saying, why mess with it if you're going to make it worse?
Yeah. Okay, let's see. What do we got next? Tanya says, I'm hoping to find a deal in ground beef in Michigan for less than $4 a pound. It's been a couple months since I've seen it that low. Yeah, me too. I haven't seen ground beef below $4 for at least 6 months. So Bounty of the Badlands was right. She's our resident rancher, and she told us the price was going up.
Yep.
And she was right. Cindy says, I'm waiting on Thanksgiving sales for a lot of items. Yeah. I'll tell you, I made Thanksgiving dinner for my other channel. It's not out yet, but we just finished filming yesterday. But I was having a really hard time paying full price for the turkey. I will admit, I had a really hard time. Mona says clearance is the way to go for sure. Yep.
It was funny though, because we had yesterday we were there having Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we had Thanksgiving dinner last night. Almost all the kids were home. Our daughter wasn't here, but everybody else was home. And
Yeah.
Mom came over, and we all had Thanksgiving dinner, and we shared it with Brad at the Restore. And yeah, he came over. We gave him a plate too. Water Bucket says, yes, Thanksgiving sales are the best time to stock up. Yeah, they are. It's funny because one of my sons has a YouTube channel, and he was testing a power supply, like a generator type thing. And he was testing it on a big refrigerator. So he's testing it on my basement refrigerator where I have all my butter stored. And one of the biggest comments on his video was, why do you have so much butter? They thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, Vicky says, glad you went through with it because you're a perfect couple.
We are?
Yep.
Oh.
You weren't nervous very long. She was nervous until she got up to the front. And then after that, she was like, because she noticed that they didn't like the candles.
They didn't like the candles.
And then after we left, everything was amazing. She just like was really glad then.
Sunny day, super easy recipes may be going viral in part because I am binging every episode. Thank you. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah, we are getting a ton of views. And what's exciting is last year we have 10 times as many views this year as we did last year.
Yep. That's great on that channel.
Yeah.
It's an amazing, yeah. Well, and we haven't even hit the peak on that channel at the
Not
moment
yet,
for the
no.
year. So
Elaine says, I'm waiting to see what people are going to do if food stamps get canceled in November. What do you mean? What are people going to do? I'm not sure I understand. Donna, happy anniversary and congratulations. Thank you. And Sunny says happy anniversary. And Gina says Walmart and Aldi are selling $40 Thanksgiving package this season. Yeah, I mean, I probably spent $30 to buy all of the Thanksgiving stuff. Thank you everyone for all of the anniversary wishes.
yes, thank you.
Eva says, what's the name of your recipe channel? So my first recipe channel is called Super Easy Recipes. I'm not telling anyone my second one yet because I want the algorithm to pick it up. And it already is. And that one is going viral for what it is, which is actually pretty darn good if I do say so myself.
Viral on a small channel is small numbers,
Yeah.
but
But
it's still a sign that it's going to be big numbers eventually.
when you have more views than subscriber, that's considered going viral for your channel. And I have 4 times the amount. I'm so happy. Because I think I maybe have finally figured it out. Have I figured it out?
I think maybe so.
Gina, Aldi's is adding a pumpkin pie to theirs. Interesting. Janice, yeah. So yesterday I made pumpkin pie, apple pie, chocolate pie, green bean casserole, sweet potatoes with marshmallows, turkey gravy, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, and glazed carrots. Janice says, hi, Tara and Mike. I love watching your videos from Connecticut. If you contact companies by email, some will send you coupons. That's a good idea. Yeah. Michelle says she was buying in bulk, but she never used it. Yeah, you got to make sure you're actually going to use it. Water Bucket says, I made the volume 1 apple crisp right here. It's delicious. Thank you. That's my great grandma's original recipe right there. So that recipe is probably 100 years old now. Go ahead, send me the next one. Debbie says, happy anniversary and congrats on the 100,000 subs. Thank you. I honestly did not think I would hit 100,000 subscribers till next year. And then I had one video go viral, and then 3 weeks later, another video went viral, and it just shot me through the roof. And I'm just so happy. I've got over 1 million views in a month on that channel. So I'm so happy. Barbara Jean says, Tara, hamburger helpers flying off the shelves, they say. Have you done hamburger helper on your other channel? I have not, but that's actually on my list. That is actually on my list. Katie, I was going through my space drawer. Some are close to 2 years past the date of the bought. Are they still okay to use? Yeah, just smell them. If they smell like they're fine, they're fine. It's dried. So unless moisture got in there, they're fine. Kimberly says November 1st is when the huge tariffs kick in for China. Almost already got very low stock on shelves, and I think it's just going to get much worse. Oh, really? I did not hear about that. Did you hear about that?
That the tariffs are supposed to kick in then?
Yeah.
Yeah, they put like 100% tariffs on them.
From everything from China?
It's a war of words, I think. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, have mercy. That means like everything would just go through the roof.
Buy your deodorant now.
Oh, lovely. Do you think I should be stocking up on some extra stuff?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it could happen. I suspect it's a big game of poker, and somebody's going to flinch, but it could happen. So if you're not prepared, that would be bad.
I mean, we have a stockpile, but we could maybe do better. I have not, I'll be honest, I haven't been paying attention because I've just been so focused on filming and editing videos that I'm just like numb.
You probably want to know how to save money on groceries.
You think? That might be great.
Well, I'm not sure how much of, I know a lot of stuff comes from a lot of other places, but I wonder how much of the food in the store comes from China. Because I know a lot of it comes from other places, but I do know at one point in the past we had popcorn, microwave popcorn that had all Chinese writing on the back of the bag. Yeah, less than 1%.
Oh, well, that's not that big of a deal. But I'm not thinking food. I'm thinking like deodorant and shoes.
Well, that
and
would be the thing
clothes
is
and-
stuff like that might. So that's why it's funny because I got some new shoes not that long ago, but I saved the old ones because I was thinking, well, if for some reason we can't buy them in the near future, it would be good to have a backup. I mean, ultimately it would probably come back, but
Oh, only 18%, 17.9% of total goods come from China. How is that possible? I
What?
think the AI is confused.
hmm.
In 2024, it said 17.9, so basically 18% of total US goods imported that year are from China. What? Oh,
Wow.
well, then that wouldn't be near as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah, I kind of tend to think we should probably not need to worry too much. It's the main thing is that from China, it would be mostly kind of durable personal property goods. So refrigerators and little electronics and those kinds
Yeah.
of things would probably be very expensive if that goes through. Although I know that I've been hearing a lot of rumblings that I guess the Chinese president is not too enthusiastic and seems like they're talking about maybe making some kind of deal. He's really good at playing poker and just kind of throwing a bomb out there. No, well, I shouldn't say that. That's throwing something out there to kind of be like, oh, we're not going to negotiate with you. But President Trump kind of plays the same game. So it's kind of a game of who is more able to get the best deal by out pokering the other person.
Okay, let's see. Sandy says her friend freezes cereal. That's interesting. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't work. Vicky says I always have lots of rice and beans stockpiled because they last forever. Yeah, we do too. Janet, everyone gets mad at me for not wrapping my meats. I always freeze them in the original packet. That's what I do. Just tell them to not worry about it. Colorful Seasoning says, how long have you been dairy-free? So, gluten-free, dairy-free, Dining on a Dime cookbook right here. I wrote this after my assistant at the time kept saying, Tara, write a dairy-free. And I was like, but I use everything in here. I just change it to gluten-free, dairy-free. She's like, yeah, but they don't know how to do it. And so thanks to Heidi, she convinced me to do that, which, by the way, you guys can get our cookbooks up to 50% off right now if you buy the sets. And how long have I been gluten-free, dairy-free? I have been gluten-free since 2007, 18 years. Oh my goodness, has it been that long? And I have been dairy-free for probably 15 years. And it does help me feel better. It helps my chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia. I'm not going to tell you it's easy, though. It's not. We had Thanksgiving dinner yesterday.
Did you eat any of it?
I did. I had turkey. And there was a little bit of dairy in the gravy from the butter. I just didn't feel like making me a separate gravy. I could have. It's actually not difficult at all. Quite frankly, I just get lazy. And I shouldn't. See, I need to take my own advice and just stop. Tyra says, Tara, did you sing at your wedding? I did not. There's no way I could have sung at my wedding. Oh my goodness.
But she made the.
I would have been terrified.
Well, of course, it was ahead of time, but she made all the flowers.
Yep.
She made, they were dried florals,
Mhm.
but they looked really pretty. They're not what
Do you have the one with my wedding bouquet on there?
Let me take a quick look here.
That one was very lovely.
Yes.
I made Mike's boutonniere and all that.
wow.
Or no, Mike's boutonniere was fresh. Well,
Oh, there we go.
there.
Oh,
No,
this
that
one.
one. That's the one I'm thinking of. I made all the dried flowers. I started. Mike and I got engaged after we knew each other 3 months, and then we got married 3 months after we got engaged.
Wow.
I just couldn't wait. You were just so handsome. I was like, ooh,
You knew you better not let that
I got to
one go.
snatch you up while I can.
There's the flowers. Oh, do I need to take out the thing on the bottom?
So there's the dried florals, and like the majority of those flowers, I even grew and dried myself. Now that's really going all DIY, isn't it? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, if I zoom in, will it zoom in?
Uh,
Oh, yeah, you can see it even better now.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, she made all the flowers, and she made a lot of the flowers, floral arrangements.
Pretty much made everything.
So yeah, that was pretty amazing.
All right. What are we going to do for our anniversary? Well, we're not really doing anything today because none of us are feeling that great. I don't know. We might do something. I don't know when we're going to do something. Oh, you said you got the trip to Hawaii booked. When are we going?
Actually, I didn't book it yet, but we were talking about last spring or something. We were saying, you know what, we should go to Hawaii.
Actually, what we should do is just go back to that place in Florida. We already know it's good. We like the beach there. They had a nice hot tub.
Yeah.
It was a nice room. We should just go back there.
We just have to wait because it's going to be
I know, cold.
Kind of cool now. Hawaii would be nice all the time. I thought she would like to go to Kauai. Seems like the kind of island that she would like. But what was the issue? Why did we decide last spring or something when it was really cold here still? We were talking about, what was the reason we were thinking about going to Mexico?
I think just to go.
We were talking about going to Mexico, and when I looked, it was going to be just way too hot and humid. And then we did some other things. And then one of our friends talked to us about Hawaii, and then Tara got kind of excited about Hawaii. She's usually not a beach kind of person. So although our friend was talking about just sitting out and reading books and appreciating the sea, the ocean breeze and all that. And so, yeah. So that was the reason why we thought Hawaii seemed like it would be warm, but not brutally hot like Mexico. So
Yeah.
I would have liked Mexico, but.
Well, you just have fun down
there. I'm sure I will.
The cartel gets you. You have a way of letting me know?
Sure.
Okay. Fro's family always hit the clearance bins first, then look for the 40% off items. We've saved so much. Yeah, I've saved a ton on clearance stuff. Vicky, I would stock up more on peanut butter if it didn't go bad not long after the expiration date. Yeah. Now, the powdered peanut butter will last longer, so you can get the powdered, but it still will go bad quicker. Shell, last week my dad got me a utility cart for my bathroom. It's on wheels, and it's got everything off the floor. That's great. Yeah, from IKEA. They got good stuff. Yeah. Mona says, cucumbers for me. I always forget they are in there. Yep, us too. Valley of Badlands, my fall grocery haul yesterday. Kraft peanut butter. 1 kilogram jar, sell price $5.97. I needed 2 jars, but the 2K jars were $10.97. Cheaper to buy 2 kilogram jars. Yep. Dixie Girl, I tried Walmart breakfast sausage instead of Tennessee Pride recently. It was just as good. I was shocked. Yep. Most of those taste just as good. Karen, thank you for the sale. I just ordered a book for Christmas. Yay. Woo-hoo. Shannon, happy Wednesday. Oh, Shannon, emoji Shannon is back.
Yeah.
She's back.
We always love all the smiley faces, although the hearts are nice too. Did you see the hearts?
Yes. Gina says, I'm all for the store brands. Yep. Tanya says, I stop 3 stores usually. Yeah, and that's a tip on shopping the stores. I would not go to like 20 different stores a week. I very rarely went to 3. Most of the time, I just would hit 2. But even then, most of the time, I still only hit 1. So I would pick which grocery store had the best meat and produce on sale. And I would just go to that store because I always have stuff on hand. I just use what I have on hand and just wait for it to go on sale again. Fro's family celebrated their 37th this year. Woo!
Wow.
I don't know if we'll make it to
Congratulations.
37.
Oh, that's hardly just around the corner.
I don't know if I can make it. Gina, compare prices first. Sometimes the brand is cheaper. Yes, that is true. Sometimes the regular brand is cheaper than the store brand. Vicky, there are a few name brand products that beat the store brand. About 90% of the store brands just have their logo slapped on. Yep, you are right. See my next one. Karen, I have noticed that our Walmart is getting more expensive than our Food Lion lately. Until we moved to Wyoming, Walmart was never my go-to for groceries. Never. It was Aldi or Kroger or Rose Hours. I don't know what that would be now, but in Idaho it was Rose Hour.
Rose Hours, was that Kroger?
I don't know if they are now.
Or no, I think it's a family store.
And so until we moved to Wyoming, Walmart was not my cheapest option. So make sure, because Walmart may not be the cheapest. Vicki, at least try the store brand on certain things and you'll be surprised how it tastes the same. Yep. Bonnie's, I admit I'm a brand snob. I've tried store brands and they do different tastes. My question is, if they are packaged by the name brand companies, why do they taste different? Because they have a different formulation. It doesn't mean it's the same exact recipe. So
they'll formulate it differently because they don't want to, they don't want it to get out that the exact same formula has a different.
Yeah.
I mean, some do the exact same formula, but others, they just don't want the exact same formula because then if people figured it out, they would only buy that one.
Mm-hmm. Bang Badlands Philly cream cheese was $4.49, but store brand was $2.68. She's never found a difference. Yeah. I made, oh my goodness, how much fudge? 30 pounds of fudge this weekend. Or last week. And I just used the store brand cream cheese for it. It was all cream cheese fudges. Yeah, lots of people shop at different stores. Yep. Mona likes the off-brand of Fritos from Lowe's grocery store. They only have one: corn, oil, and salt. Yeah, Walmart has one too that I really like. Bonnie says, I shop at different stores and check the ads weekly. Yep. Fro's family says, we all have 24 hours a day. Prioritize. Yep. Cindy, we went to the store for groceries, but found kids' summer shoes for an additional 90% off. My reseller niece got them. Oh, yeah, that's a good deal. Good job. James says, it's often quicker to go inside and get it to go if you must go to a fast food place. 2/3 of all customers use the drive-thru. Yeah, that's true. JT, I've spiced it, or let's see, I read that one. Dixie Girl, Walmart is so bad about dented cans. That's what happened yesterday. Was I realized, and I didn't notice it this whole time, that the cans were dented. And I'm noticing, who else has been noticing this? Like 50% of the cans I get at Walmart are dented. We're having to be very careful about going through the canned goods at Walmart because they're dented. It's absolutely crazy. Dixie, JT, do you sell your soaps? I don't any longer. I used to sell them. James, my wife can't handle hardly any spice. She needs nursing home style food. Yeah, some people can't. Cindy, 2027 will be our 40th anniversary. I'm trying to decide on a place to celebrate. Wow. England, Scotland, or Ireland? I would do Scotland or Ireland. Oh, she's thinking England, Scotland. Oh, I wouldn't even go to England. England's a toilet now. I don't know about Scotland and Ireland, but
well, the rest of us liked it, but
well, I mean, it's just getting so overrun with immigrants that everything is just ugh.
Well, the thing is, the news was talking a lot about that before we went the last time. So we and like the others of us enjoyed it. But definitely out of those, well, of course, if you had to choose, I would go to Ireland and then Scotland. But England is, especially it's, if you're in the city, if you're in London, it's fine in the touristy areas. In other places, it just is kind of, it can be good or bad depending on where you are. But yeah, so
Cruiser 122 says, I've learned so much from you and your family. You have saved us so much time and money. Thank you. Christian Grandma Cece says, you guys were beautiful back then, your pics and now. God bless you both. Thank you. Colorful Seasoning says, making dairy-free tater tots hot dish at the moment. Oh, yum. That would be good. Vicky says that we were adorable. Thank you.
You still are.
Oh, thanks. Donna says, I'm currently making your seasoned rice from volume 1. Yeah, that one's really good. It's also on our website, livingonadime.com. The seasoned rice mix. That is a really good one. So you don't have to buy seasoned rice. You're pretty much a hunk of burning love yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Froze family, can't wait for the Thanksgiving videos. Some of your past ones were epic. Oh, I know. Remember when I started, like my oven on fire while I was live?
That was awesome.
Those were the good old days.
That was maybe it was a little weird at the time, but it was after like an hour later. We were just laughing, and because our neighbor came over, it was just something.
The food was for her, and then it was on fire.
I saw the flame, and I was trying to get Tara's attention, and then it kind of burst into flames, and then we were putting it out, and then the fire alarms went off, and then more things just kept happening, like one thing right after the other, which is what makes it really funny. If you want to see it, you can go to Living on a Dime on YouTube or Living on this channel and type in Thanksgiving on fire.
And I did not do that on purpose. Yeah. I did not do that.
You'll recognize, it's Tara in the thumbnail. So.
And who was it last year wanted to use it? Was it A&E? I think it was A&E wanted to use it last year in a Thanksgiving video they did, but they weren't willing to pay me pennies. I'm like, yeah, you're not getting it for that. Sorry, people. Let's see. Karen, my own twist is adding feta cheese, jalapenos, corn, rice, black beans, and no measuring. Okay, feta, jalapenos, corn, rice, and black beans. That would be good enchiladas. Yeah. Rose family can't wait for the Thanksgiving videos. Oh, wait, she said that one. Yes. Epic Thanksgiving. I'm known for my epic Thanksgivings, aren't I?
Yes.
Like the time I dumped the turkey. Actually, it was the first Thanksgiving I had done I'd only done like 2 Thanksgivings up to that point because we always just went out to eat. Because at the time, going out to eat was a special thing for us. So we did that on Thanksgiving instead of fixing Thanksgiving dinner. And I had my grandparents over, and the kids were little, so we didn't want to have to, take everybody out for Thanksgiving dinner. And my turkey pan was too small, and the turkey juice boiled over into my oven. And I went to pull out the pan, and it slipped out of my hand, and turkey just splatted all over the floor. Do you still have that picture?
Oh wow, you're asking me for let's see, turkey
floor. Do I have? Oh, here it is. I got it.
I was gonna say you had it in the video the other day.
Here you can see. Oh, that's pretty funny. At least we thought to take a picture of it. Yep. That was my turkey. Splatted. All over the floor.
Well, and Grandma was there. She was having a hard time controlling herself. She was like...
She was trying not to laugh.
She was trying not to laugh.
She felt bad for me. So she was trying not to laugh. But at the same time, she kept going... I was like,
she still remembers that too. She still tells that story sometimes.
Pretty memorable. Oh, you gotta love me. Do you know why I show these things? I get so much criticism because I show these things. I show you these things so that people know it's not the end of the world. You splat the turkey on the floor. Fine. Scrape it off the top and eat what you can from what's on top. You set your oven on fire. Okay, well, it's on fire, but everything just has a slightly smoky taste, and you can still eat it. You'd have barbecue everything. Why can't you have a barbecued turkey dinner? I mean, really. All right. In the kitchen with Grandma CC, turkey at Walmart was 87 cents a pound today. Yeah, that's how much I paid for it. Water bucket, I have to remember to cook mine less time than the cookbook. I believe your recipe is for a larger turkey. Mine is 13 pounds. Last year I blew up the turkey. Yeah, I would cook it for 8 hours or so, 8 to 10 hours for a 13 pound. That's what I cooked yesterday. James, no lives have been canceled due to fights is a sign of a great marriage. That's true. We've come close. No, not really.
To say what?
Not really.
My memory must be fading in my old age.
Well, it is, but Vicky,
At least I remembered it was our anniversary.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate
More
that.
than once.
Yes. Vicky, I hope we get some good sales during Thanksgiving, Christmas, because some of the other holidays weren't as good. I know, they're not as good as they used to be. Shannon, it's so nice to see that you two are still happy and in love. Are we in love?
Yep. Yes, we are.
Or are we just so far in now that it's just sink or swim?
Well, that's up to you to decide.
Dixie Girl says ground beef used to be 99 cents a pound not too long ago. Yeah, really. I mean, only like 6 or 7 years ago, I could still get it for 99 cents a pound. Sunny days after 31 years. How do you keep the spark alive with matches? I don't know.
You just make googly eyes at each other and then it just comes right back. Just kidding.
He was gazing into my eyes. Was it last night or whatever? And I was like, okay, stop. That's getting creepy now.
Water Bucket said I gave the dried turkey to my dog. Did your dog eat
What I
it?
don't understand is how was it dried? I wonder how many hours you cooked it. You must have had to cook it for a really long time. Because I cooked mine for 13 hours yesterday. It was a 14-pound turkey. And I cooked it for 14 hours. And yeah, it looked like it exploded, but it was still extremely moist. So I don't know.
Well, she said she thought because she made a lot smaller turkey than the recipe is for.
Yeah, I still did a 14-pound yesterday, and that was 14 hours before we got the videos shot. Karen, I have 40 pounds of butter in my freezer because it's been on sale. Yeah, me too. And Jenna says I bought string beans for 50 cents. That's a good deal. Sandy says the rumor is if the government doesn't reopen, no one will get their food stamps in November. Well, then they should have been saving up. The majority of people who are on food stamps get a whole lot more than they actually need to live. So, I mean, there's a few that get like $20 a month. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people who get, $200, $300, $400 a month for one person. Well, you should have been using that to make your stockpile so you could get through.
One thing, because somebody else was saying, there's another comment further down about they may be playing a poker game, but they're playing with our livelihoods. No, the issue is it's politics. It's a political game, and they're doing it ultimately. If President Trump prevails over the Chinese president in this poker game, it will be better for the United States as we go, and then your life will be better further down the road because of that. But wait a minute, I'm mixing my things. But I guess I mixed things. So
I wasn't listening. Sorry.
In that case, sorry, I've got two different comments I'm responding to. I realized the poker game thing with President Trump and the other places, they're just trying to get better deals for their own countries. And so if the better deal works out, it's not to our best interest in the United States to have all of our goods coming from China and them not buying anything from us. So he's just trying to get that balanced out, and then things would be better here. Sorry, as far as the thing with the food stamps, that the whole government shutdown thing, well, first of all, I don't think food stamps will be affected because the government shutdown only affects like 13% of the government, like a very small amount, because they say, oh, we'll shut down the government except for the most urgent services. Well, pretty much all the health and human services stuff, all the food stamps and assistance programs, pretty much those are not cut. And defense isn't cut. There's a whole bunch of stuff that they consider to be urgent, critical need stuff. And only, like I said, a very small portion of the government actually shuts down. So those things are typically in the news in order to scare people, or politicians use them in order to scare people so that they pressure people to give them what they want. So they want to spend a lot more money. They're going to say, we're going to hold this hostage until people don't get their food stamps, and then they're going to be upset. And then the other side will agree, sure, let's spend a lot more money. So that's kind of, but it's all a game for them. And I just wouldn't watch the news. The other thing that we've realized over the years for ourselves is, because we've had times where we had absolutely no money. We've told the story before. We had at one point we had no refrigerator. And so over the years, we've just learned to be careful with the money and be careful with the spending. And that's how we kind of came up with the whole concept of the books that we have, and that stuff that we're talking about on the channel. But what we realized is, between, all sorts of economic disasters and government shutdowns and all sorts of things like that, we really haven't noticed, because we're just being thoughtful about our spending. And if you are, you probably don't really need to worry about it that much. It's just there to scare you. And honestly, if you watch the news more than, well, if you watch the news at all, you shouldn't. But if you watch it more than once a week for 15 minutes, then you're just unnecessarily subjecting yourself to a lot of scare tactics from a lot of people. Because I used to work in television, and I can tell you that news is not there to keep you informed about things. News is there to scare you into watching their ads.
Yeah.
So
several people are saying it's $296, $294 for one person in Utah. Yeah, let me tell you, if you're getting $300 a month for food stamps in Utah, there's no reason you can't have a stockpile. You're just using up way more food than you actually.
For one person?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. And I know not all states are like that, and I get that. And a lot of people are saying the food stamps are going to be affected. But here's the thing. Food is cheap in America. Even with as much as it's gone up, we still have some of the cheapest, if not the cheapest food, compared to how much income we bring in the whole entire world. I mean, seriously, you can go get a bag of beans and a bag of rice and some taco seasoning, and you can easily live on $20 or $30 a month if you really had to, if it just amounted to just eating food.
Tara's not saying no. Tara's not saying you should always only have $20 a month.
No, but I'm saying you can if you needed to.
She's just saying if there's a crisis and you have to figure something out for a short amount of time, you can definitely do it. Like, they did it for a lot longer.
Well, and we did it when we were in Idaho. We had nothing. So, I mean, you can do it. All right. And all these people who are able-bodied and are on food stamps, I'm sorry, I have no sympathy for you. Food stamps should be limited to people who have disabilities, and maybe single moms whose husbands have just left for like 6 months or a year or something to get them back on their feet, or senior citizens who are just, having a hard time or whatever. But, really, there's no reason for people to be whining, because you can get food if you really wanted to. Okay. Jan Mag says, I love Super Easy Recipes, my other channel. Thank you so much. Valiant Badland says, my grocery bill yesterday was over $700. I bought individual chip boxes because my bill was so high. They gave me another $25 box of individual chips. Wow. But you're feeding ranch hands or something, aren't you? So that's more so. Debbie, some of our grocery stores in Eastern Ontario, Canada have been charging almost $20 a pound for hamburger. Yeah, I just won't buy it. If we would just stop buying this stuff, that would help. It's like, okay, we're demanding to buy this stuff. So anyway, Mountain Survival 1, love from Utah. Thank you. You can send me the next one. Froze turkeys are few and far between over here, and my oven is too small to accommodate one. But my husband is in America, not big on traditional stuff, so I have it easy. Wow, yeah, you do. Carol, I don't sign up for holiday food giveaways since it's mostly ultra processed food items. I don't buy it, so I don't want it, even if it's no cost for me. I mean, that's fine.
I'll send it to you now.
Mike is sending it to me now.
So I just checked on the food stamp thing, and apparently USDA did send a letter out to people, but what it says essentially is that there would potentially be delays, which means you would get them eventually. They would just possibly be delayed. Although, to be honest, I don't think this shutdown is going to go. It may go, well, what is this, October 22nd? So it may go into November, but probably not real far into November. So I would just say, knowing that there could be an issue, I'd just be a little careful right now how you buy until it's all settled. They're not going to leave it shut down forever. It's just, again, it's a situation of, do we spend $1.5 trillion more this coming year than otherwise or not? And so that's the fight that they're in. And the less than $1.5 trillion, the Republicans want to spend less and the Democrats want to spend more. But the problem is, just like with your personal finances, if you, let's say you make $100,000 a year, if you say, this year I'm only going to spend $350,000, and if you do that every year, you're just going to, eventually you're going to go bankrupt because you only make $100,000 a year. So that's the fight they're in right now. And we can decide, keep charging on the credit card or charge less on the credit card. We'll still be charging on the credit card with either side, but that's the fight they're having. So, but eventually it will end. And according to them, when they say it's delayed, that generally doesn't mean it will be, that you will never receive it. So I would just, like we've done in the past, I would figure out a way to spend less right now in anticipation that if it doesn't come, you may have to stretch it a little bit longer. So.
Yep. All right, guys, our Dining on a Dime cookbooks are on sale up to 50% off right now at livingonadime.com. So if you want to save money and not have to worry about food stamps, Dining on a Dime cookbooks, you can get them up to 50% off right now. Volume 1 and Volume 2. Easy recipes, get you in and out of the kitchen quick if you buy the set, or if you buy the 3-book set, including our dairy-free edition. Otherwise, they're 40% off. On my website, livingonadime.com. And going back to food stamps for just a second, I do think that every state should have outlawed all junk food. It's ridiculous that I am paying taxes and I don't even drink soda because I'm careful with what I buy. It should not fund soda. It should not fund fruit snacks, candy bars, anything that's junk food or donuts or ding-dongs or ho-hos. It shouldn't be funding any of that.
When I worked at a grocery store in Texas as a teenager, a lot of the assistance programs did not allow things like that.
Well, that's because you're in Texas where they had brains.
Well, not that you couldn't have it, you just have to use your own money for it instead of the assistance, because that was the idea. It's there to keep you having nutrition and all that. But what I would say also is, I've talked to people who were on food stamps or whatever when we were in Colorado and here. And I think that it's enough where you should be able to use a little bit of it to buy extra food to keep on hand for problems later. And we would have done that if we had been on them. We were always at in the place of trying to figure out how to spend less and kind of set aside a little something to be sure we're okay. And I would suggest that even if you're on food stamps, it shouldn't be a situation where at the end of the month, you literally have $0 worth of your food stamps left. If that's the case, you're spending too much on groceries. And so just like, even if it was cash, even if you're on food stamps, if you're not spending more than you need to spend, if you're being really careful about your shopping and taking the advice of the tips that Tara's talking about for shopping, you can end up with a lot left over every month in your food stamps, and then you would be able to buy. Like if you have to, do you have to spend it all now? In the old
I
days,
don't
you didn't
know.
have to, but if you have to spend it all, then I would just buy other things to stockpile. And then if something happens, like the government shuts down and you don't get your food stamps for 3 weeks, you would still have food because you used the extra food stamp money in the previous months.
Mhm.
But the better scenario, I mean, if you're elderly or you're disabled or whatever, you may be on food stamps all the rest of your life. But for most people, the best scenario is eventually get off of them. And if you're young and you're like in college, or you're a young married couple and you're having a hard time financially, that should be a temporary situation. You should be able to get yourself out of that ultimately. And that's, I mean, we weren't on food stamps, but we did, we were in very difficult situation financially, and we've ended up progressing to this by using the exact tips that we share on these shows every time. So
Yep. Patty, the Spiral Volume 1 is the new one, the same. So the red Volume 1 is the same as your Spiral, except that the red one has 40 new recipes, and it's our newest edition. For his family, he prefers rice and beans, but rice is about $6 a pound these days. Wow, that's expensive, but you're in Japan, so I can see why. Kathy, today's prices, so you don't have to buy at today's prices, so you don't have to pay tomorrow's. Yep. Carrie, a lot of frozen fish comes from China. Yep. For deodorant, milk of magnesia or melted coconut oil. At tea tree, it's essential oil and stir in baking soda. Pack the mixture into your old deodorant container. Yep, that works too. Froze family here in Japan, we are seeing freer goods from China, especially clothes. Bonnie says, yeah, poker game to them, but it's our livelihood they're playing with. We already talked about that. Vicky, I would think that most of our food comes from the States. We have farms and gardens here. Yep. Golden Whisper, it's not grocery, but I recently went to the Dollar Tree. They now have scanners. Some of the items are now $1.75. Wow. How long is the cookbook on sale? I don't know how long it's going to be on sale.
she just said, yeah, I think we should have a sale tomorrow. So,
I said we hit 100,000 subscribers. Let's have a sale to celebrate. So I don't know when we're going to end it. Yeah. Maybe we'll go through January 1st. I don't know.
She said, let's offer the same deal we usually offer at Christmas. So that's like the best. Right now is the best it ever gets.
So this is the best sale that we give.
Yeah. So if you want to get some for Christmas, this would be a good time.
Yeah. Mona, my daughter bought me 9 pairs of shoes, really cute, from Walmart for $1 each. Wow. Liz, Zaya says, are you still eating carnivore? I never ate carnivore. I bought all the stuff to do carnivore. And it's sitting in my freezer, and I never did the diet.
You were right in thinking that she considered it.
I considered it, and I even got all the stuff and was planning on doing it. But then I went back to my doctor, and she said, I think maybe because you're so low carb, you're not eating enough carbs to give you enough energy to keep going. So I'm trying to decide if I want to try carnivore or not. And now with going into this is our busiest season of the year. We make the majority of our money between October and December. So this is our busiest time of the year. So I don't know. Anyway. Jen says we ordered flowers and book from Sam Cluds and made our own bouquets. Yep. I for those of you who don't know, I was a florist for a while. So yeah, that's why I did it. All right. Gina, store brands do sometimes taste different. Yeah. Sean says that we look nice. Thanks.
Oh, thanks.
Bounty in the Badlands, ham and scalloped potatoes. Ooh, that sounds good. Gina, congrats on 100K. You earned each and every one. Thank you. Georgina, our 55th is next June. Wow. That's a long time to not kill them. I'm impressed.
For how long?
50. Was it 55 she said?
Oh, yeah.
I don't. Oh. Ah! Yes.
just right in the middle of a sentence, got to stop. And what do you call that? That when you do all that?
So I went over to my other channel, Super Easy Recipes, to look for something else. And today's video is hitting it out of the park.
Woohoo.
All right. So I went over here for something else. Sorry, I had a momentary excitement. Okay. So what I was wondering was on subscribers, what videos are bringing in the subscribers on the new channel? Because what I'm wondering is, what are they watching that they like so much? Let's see. Subscribers, how to make peanut butter balls. They want to know how to make peanut butter balls. Isn't that interesting? Because I'm curious what people are thinking on what they like for that. It's funny how the different channels have different things. Okay. Anyway, Value Badlands says Cowboy and I celebrated 45 this year. Good job. South River Loop Homestead Walmart meat is higher than all the local stores. Yeah, here it's just a crapshoot on who's going to have the cheapest meat this week. So, Value Badlands. So Mike texted me or is messaging me and it says, "Are you freezing? Because our love isn't keeping me warm."
It's kind of cold in the studio.
It's cold. We don't want to turn the heat on, so tell them what our love is keeping us warm.
Oh, my grandmother used to tell us stories about when she and my grandfather were poor and didn't have anything, but they had each other. And she said, "Oh, you'll be happy. Your love will keep you warm." And so
my love's not keeping me warm. Here, do I need to snuggle with you?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, that's a good way to
actually, you are warm.
I'm warm?
Yeah.
Oh,
feel
my
warm.
hands aren't warm.
Oh, well, your arm is warm. Okay.
It starts at the hands and then I slowly freeze.
Valley Badlands, Walmart is my only option unless I go to the city. Yeah, I totally get that. That's what way we were in Idaho. Vicki, yeah, you can't complain about not having any time in your day when you sit in drive-through lines. Yep. Samantha, I've been lucky enough to go through all three. Scotland was definitely my favorite. Yeah, I would say Scotland was my favorite. And then Ireland, and then England, but not London. I would go on
North Yorkshire was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, North Yorkshire was really nice. Scotland is very nice. It was when I said Ireland and then Scotland, it's a tough call. They're both really nice. And London, depending on what you like. I mean, I probably wouldn't want to live in London. I don't know. But there's some nice stuff there. But mostly in the I would say probably in the tourist areas more so.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was.
Little Crafty Nook says, "I am real for goodness sakes." Talking about all my cooking mistakes, I think. And Donna says, "The fact that you show your mistakes is one of the main reasons she loves my channel so much." Thank you. I do it so that people can see. Just because it's a mistake doesn't mean that it's ruined. Yeah. So, Nancy, now I need to go watch Deborah dropping the turkey. Everybody loves Raymond. Oh my goodness, that is one of my favorite scenes of all TV.
She dropped it too?
Yeah, when she dropped it on the floor and then she couldn't get in, it slipping out of her hands and she's sliding all over the floor and then she's slamming it in the oven.
Wow.
Nancy, I need Tyra. We love it when you make us laugh. Aw, thanks. Do we make people laugh? What do we say? I never know why we're making people laugh. I still don't quite understand that, but okay. Anyway, Tori, I love you because you're real. Oh, thanks. It feels like your videos are conversations with a friend and not an influencer, lording how perfect they are in life. Sorrow, have mercy. Tell me about it. She also appreciates my candidness. Do you appreciate my candidness after 31 years?
Sometimes. Actually, I think that was one of the things I really liked about her at first.
Until it was used against you.
Yeah. It's a double-edged sword. Sometimes it's amazing and sometimes
not.
A little too brutal.
I'm sorry. I'm doing better though, aren't I?
Yes. But it was kind of nice.
I'm mellowing.
It was kind of nice that when I asked her a question, she told me straight up without any kind of, Hallmark movie games.
Yep. Okay, let's see. Fro's family. My mom and dad made it to 72 years. Dad passed away this week. The week after. But he managed to finagle a nurse to get one red rose and a card he shakily signed. Aw, that's sweet.
That is sweet.
Daisy. If you both love the Lord more than each other, you will stay in love forever. Are we going to stay in love forever?
Yes, yes.
Lord gave us almost 46 years until my husband passed away from cancer. Miss him every day, 2.5 years now. Oh, I'm sorry. Dixie Girl, we shouldn't be dependent on any other country, period. Yep, you can see the next one. Jody says people shouldn't be dependent on the government, aka tax. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem if you're on, if you're disabled or something like that, or have a life crisis or something like that. But yeah, or like now the medical has gotten so out of control. I saw the other day one of the Duggar girls said that it was $75,000 for her to have her baby for just a regular normal birth, being in the hospital one day. $75,000. There's no excuse for that. Absolutely no excuse. Anyway.
Well, honestly, having certain mandated things for healthcare in a certain way, like, to be honest, if you wanted healthcare to be cheaper, should be that there's no insurance until you get to $1,000 out of pocket.
Yeah.
Because if people have minor things like, wow, I slightly sprained my wrist. Okay, you go in there, you have a doctor's appointment, he tells you to go ice it. So you pay $120. Not going to break most people. But when you have to have insurance to cover everything, every little thing, like the smallest of things, then that's what causes the cost to go up. And insurance initially, I think the idea was intended to be for those costs that most people can't afford out of pocket, like you need a kidney or something like that. And that's essentially for us. We have, like I said, we have health sharing, and the health share we have doesn't cover anything until $1,000. But then on that particular issue, like let's say the wrist problem, have to keep going to the doctor for the wrist over and over again. It gets to $1,000 and you don't pay any more until that issue is resolved. Like they pay the rest of it. But if I have to go in because I have a stuffy nose, that would be just going to the doctor. And I think if everyone did that, then it wouldn't cost $75,000 to have a baby. But they do that because when people pay a $20 copay and it's for a $60,000 procedure, they don't really think about how much it costs.
Yeah.
And so when you have a small thing, or well, let's say a $20 copay for I don't know. Well, in any case, if it's $100 for a doctor bill, it's way cheaper to just pay it than to pay for the insurance to cover it. So
yeah.
So if insurance only covered expensive, really expensive things, all of the healthcare would be cheaper. So
Kimberly says, remember when you melted the bumper guards in the oven and you were trying to scrub the melted bumper guards from the stove? I know. Wasn't that a mess? Here I thought I was keeping myself from getting burned and I just created more work. Oh, that was bad. Sandy, I know an adult and one small child who gets $600 a month. She feeds her friends and runs out of stamps before the end of the month. That's just ridiculous. And she also says food stamp abuse is terrible. Yep. Jacqueline says, haven't seen the show in weeks. She's listening and making goulash for supper. Ooh, that sounds good. We're having leftover turkey tonight because we had Thanksgiving dinner last night. Vicky says, I work with the lady that has, then our daughter and son-in-law are coming in 10 days. And she wanted to have Thanksgiving, and I've got to cook 2 more turkeys for videos. Like, oh my goodness, I think we're going to be turkeyed out. Vicky says, I work with a lady who traveled around the world. She told me today to be thankful for how cheap our food is compared to other countries. Yeah. I mean, England was fairly cheap compared to what we, with comparison to what we have. But when we went to Norway, it was ridiculous. It was absolutely crazy. 2 pounds of sugar was like $10. It was crazy. Laura says you ought to see some of these food stamp haul videos, thousands for nothing but garbage, soft drinks, chips, sugary cereal. Yeah, I have no sympathy. One of my son gives me $100 twice a month, and I do just fine. Yep. Carol, when I had food stamps, I kept a balance for a cushion. I bought food with my own money, no junk food. Yep.
By the way, when we talk about this, because I know some people think, well, you don't really know what it's like.
Yeah, we do.
We absolutely
That's
know.
why
We
we
had
know.
absolutely no money. We didn't have food stamps at one point when our town was completely flooded out and we could only go to one other place. We got commodities from the Indian reservation
Because no one could get food in or out because the
because you
roads were
couldn't
gone.
go to a grocery store anywhere. Like the roads were completely cut off. But we never had food stamps or whatever. But the thing is, we had times where if you haven't been here for the story, we had times where we had really no money, and we didn't have a refrigerator at that moment because we couldn't afford one, and it was winter in Idaho, and we ended up borrowing a dorm fridge from a friend, and we put our frozen stuff outside in a shed because it was freezing in the winter in Idaho. And when it warmed up a little, we turned the dorm fridge down to freezing, and then we put refrigerator stuff out in the shed. I'm not saying you should do that because you have to be really careful because refrigeration, like if it's not at the right temperature, it could be a problem. But one time a cat got into the shed and kind of bit a lot of this one piece of meat
on one side,
and
we cut it off and ate it.
We were thinking, wow, I kind of don't really want to eat that, but at the same time, we don't have any money to buy anything else. So we've been in the situation, and ultimately, I think not feeling like we had a fallback plan like that helped us to not be in that situation now. In fact, it's funny because somebody said in one of the comments, I don't know if you saw that comment, but about, she said she got custody of her. She was 17, got custody of her 15-year-old.
Oh, I was just getting ready to read that. It says, Jody says, I lived on my own at 15 and had custody of my sister at 17 with zero government handouts or family.
Well, and it's interesting because I could relate to that in a sense that we were unable to ask any family for money at any time. And I think that's actually blessed us because knowing that we were unable to get any money from family, we always had to figure out something, and it made us more resilient. It made us more creative. And when we had a little bit of money, it made us think, whoa, we have a little money, but we better hang on to that because we don't know what's going to happen. And ultimately that made us a lot more strong financially. If other people we've seen in family, other parts of the family who have just gotten a lot of help from other people financially are still getting that help and have never quite figured out how to do it. So I'm not saying that it's never good to help family, because it is, but not having a fallback plan sometimes is the thing that makes you prosper a lot more in the future. Mm-hmm. So that's just, from people that had to decide whether to eat the cat meat or no, the cat attacked meat.
Yeah.
It wasn't cat meat. It was beef that was attacked by a cat.
Jacqueline says, I love your turkey recipe. I put it in slow cook all night. Canadians already had their Thanksgiving on the 13th. Buy this cookbook for upcoming Thanksgiving. Thank you, Jacqueline. Yeah, you can get it up to 50% off right now.
It's funny because as we were having Thanksgiving yesterday,
we actually talk about that in the video.
We actually
talk about it in the video.
Joking around about about having Thanksgiving at an unusual time, wondering when Canadians did it. Yeah, there's a lot more detail in the video, though.
Yeah, because we were like, what do Canadians celebrate for Thanksgiving? And did Canadians copy us, or did we copy Canadians? I don't know. Rose family says, I lived a couple of years teaching in China, and food was not even available. We would always get garlic and tofu and hot peppers. Oh man, yeah. Who was I telling yesterday? Oh, the gal I work out with. I was talking to her, and I said, she's from Peru. She knows poverty. And I was like, Americans have the cheapest food in the world. We have no idea how lucky we are in this country. And people are whining about how they can't afford food while they're getting their tattoos and their cigarettes and their booze and their sodas and their gummy candies and all of their chips and all of their coffee creamers and all of that. So I have no sympathy at all for people doing that. Oh, to Bounty in the Badlands.
Okay.
So I have no sympathy because I have been through it. And the thing is, when you're spending money on those things, that means that you're not spending money that you could on food. So I really don't have any sympathy at all, which is one reason why they're going to be going with all this digital stuff, because they're going to start tracking for people doing this. So, it totally makes sense on how that was, or how that's going to come about. I was saying bye to one of our viewers, Bounty the Badlands. She was leaving, so I was saying bye to her in the comments, guys. Dixie Girl says people didn't feel entitled back there either. Yep. James says God blesses the hard workers who use wisdom. Yes, he does. And I'm not saying that if you just work hard, then God's going to bless you. And so if you're not blessed, then you're not working hard. I'm not saying that. But God does give a lot of people a lot of things, and they don't use it wisely. And then they sit there and complain about how they have no money, or they can't afford this and they can't afford that. Mike and I have been very diligent in using the money that he has given us wisely.
And now that we're not poor and having to decide whether or not to eat the meat that the cat attacked,
we can actually talk about going to Hawaii.
But day to day, Tara still buys me floss when she sees it at the thrift store.
Yesterday for 25 cents. Got a whole baggie full. And he asked, has it been used? I said, I don't know.
No, but seriously, we are not in a financial bind really anymore. I mean, sometimes it feels like we are, but we're not. And even so, we still have the tendencies we had when we had no money as far as spending. Like, do I really need this? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't buy it. And I think that has made us a lot more, again, financially prosperous. I mean, I was thinking about it today. I'm still driving our 2000 Toyota Camry.
That's leaking all over the driveway.
Well, I need to check into that. It's only been doing that for about a week or two at this point, but it's leaking a little bit. But
Gina
it's leaking
says
a little
spray
bit.
the floss with Lysol.
Yeah. But
it was those little dentist ones that they give you. They had a whole collection of those, and they put it in a baggie, and I got that for $25.
But the Camry, for the most part, is okay. It's just started to have a little leak now, and I need to figure out where it's leaking. But in any case, I was just thinking, if we were other people, we would just go get a loan and buy a $60,000 or $80,000 vehicle. But I just as soon keep the car that we bought for $3,000 in 2008. That's more than paid for itself and still runs great. I mean, it's a bonding moment with my son that he and I will have to pull it in the garage and put it up and see if we can figure out where that drip is coming from. But it's the only thing that's not working.
Might be a
on
bonding
it at
moment
the moment
for you. I don't know if your son will agree.
Well, yeah. I mean, I could actually take it to the shop and have them look for the problem, and it would still be way cheaper than buying a new car. But I was thinking, it's a totally fine car. It's working great, except for the fact that it started what it does is it puts one drop, which spreads out about this far because one drop of oil spreads really thin. But the problem is it's been doing that for like 10 days or 2 weeks. So it's one drop 15 times on the driveway.
Yeah.
So
you can tell who cleans it up.
I've cleaned it.
You have, but
it hasn't leaked. But it hasn't been leaking for quite a while, and then it started again.
It's just an irritation to me.
Yes. So
kind of like Mike's irritation is that I have the one garage stall out of 13 garage stalls that we have as a painting booth right now. That's called marriage.
The one garage stall where we can park. Actually, though, it's not because Tara doesn't. It's not because we have a bunch of junk. It's primarily book inventory in our studio and all that are in all the garages.
Which is why we bought this house, for book inventory anyway.
Yeah, and
so.
book inventory is business. Like if we got rid of
Yeah.
all the business stuff, then we don't really have that much personal stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's called being preparedness. Mom says it's called being a wise steward of what you have. Exactly. And Dixie still drives her 2005 Yukon, and Peggy her 2001 paid for good car. Yep. I work out with the gal who's got a 1997 Honda something or another, and she said, "Why should I go buy another car? This one's still working." I'm like, "Yeah, I get it." So anyway, all right, guys, check out our cookbooks. They are up to 50% off if you buy the sets for volume 1, 2, or 3. You can get the 2-book set or the 3-book set for 50% off or 40% off. We are celebrating my other channel, Super Easy Recipes, 100,000 subscribers.
wait for that silver play button.
Do we have to tell them we want it, or do they just send it still? Do we know? I don't know.
Last time it took a little finagling, but
Man, we have 2 silver play buttons now.
woo! See, it's gonna get
Man.
addicting. You're gonna want to start new channels all the time now.
Because 8 is not enough already. How many channels do we have? 8, 9, 10? I don't know.
Push those to get that many views.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good night. Visit us livingonadime.com. We will see you guys later.
Bye.